WrestleMania 43 has been confirmed for Saudi Arabia in 2027, and that announcement has already shifted the landscape of the wrestling calendar. With WWE moving its biggest show of the year out of the United States, many have wondered whether AEW would seize the opportunity to create a counter-tradition. Tony Khan has now made it clear that he intends to do exactly that. During the AEW All Out media call, Khan revealed that he's looking to run a massive AEW show in the spring of 2027, aligning the timing with WrestleMania weekend. He emphasized the plans are already underway for a major AEW Revolution event, signaling his ambition to capitalize on the unique circumstances. Khan's strategy stems from the backlash WWE is facing over WrestleMania 43's Saudi Arabia location. Many fans view the move as WWE selling out and abandoning a long-standing US tradition, while also hurting independent promotions that typically thrive around WrestleMania weekend. With indie shows unlikely to run at the same scale in 2027, AEW sees a clear lane to position itself as the centerpiece of wrestling that spring. If successful, it could mark a defining moment in AEW history and set the stage for a new annual tradition. The AEW president also addressed the issue of rising ticket prices, noting that fans are being priced out of live events across the industry. His stance was firm, stating that AEW is for everyone, including families, and that affordability will remain a priority. His comments came just days after TKO president Mark Shapiro declared that WWE tickets would not be getting cheaper and could, in fact, increase. Shapiro openly criticized Vince McMahon's old family-friendly pricing model, stressing WWE's focus on maximizing profitability per fan, much like UFC. With AEW positioning itself as a more accessible alternative, Khan's plans raise an important question. Could AEW's 2027 Spring Showcase outshine WrestleMania weekend in the US? Do fans back Khan's approach to affordability, or is WWE right to lean into its premium pricing? Meanwhile, AEW has its immediate focus on All Out, which takes place on September 20th. The show was initially scheduled for 8 p.m. Eastern, but has since been shifted to a 3 p.m. Eastern start. Khan explained the change by pointing to fan experience, noting that AEW has seen great commercial success with afternoon events this summer and expects similar results here. However, reports from wrestling outlets suggest there's more behind the decision. Dirt sheets note that AEW wanted to avoid running head-to-head against WWE WrestlePalooza, which is set for the same day. Looking closely at AEW's moves, WWE responded swiftly. To counter AEW's afternoon move, the company announced that John Cena vs. Brock Lesnar, originally listed as a main event attraction, will instead open WrestlePalooza. Pat McAfee confirmed the change, stating that the showdown between the 17-time world champion and the Beast would kick off the show, a move clearly designed to draw fans away from AEW's early broadcast. This isn't the first time both companies have collided on the same weekend. Earlier this year, Forbidden Door 2025 and NXT Heatwave both ran on August 24th, underscoring just how competitive the calendar has become. The next clash between AEW and WWE now looks set to test not only the strength of their lineups, but also the strategies they deploy to win over fans. WWE's $1.6 billion partnership with ESPN officially kicks off this weekend at WrestlePalooza 2025, beginning a new era of exclusive US streaming rights for all premium live events. While ESPN is celebrating the deal as a major win, reports suggest WWE is quietly taking a cautious approach behind the scenes, largely due to concerns over fan confusion. According to WrestleVotes Radio on WrestleBinge, WWE executives are being very deliberate in how they roll out this transition. The first event under the agreement, WrestlePalooza, will stream on ESPN Unlimited, not the better-known ESPN Plus service. That distinction is already raising red flags, as fans may struggle to understand where and how to access the broadcast. In the US, WrestlePalooza will be available on ESPN Unlimited at a cost of $29.99. Internationally, however, nothing changes, as fans outside the United States, including those in India, will still be able to watch the show on Netflix. The internal concern within WWE is tied to the structure of ESPN's digital platforms. ESPN Plus has been the widely recognized destination for live sports, while ESPN Unlimited remains relatively unfamiliar to many subscribers. WWE wants to ensure its audience doesn't get lost in the shuffle during such a critical launch, especially with one of its biggest annual events serving as the debut showcase. This cautious approach isn't without reason. WWE has already endured streaming setbacks in the past, from the rocky rollout of the WWE Network to the transition to Peacock in the United States. Those moves were marked by technical hiccups and fan frustration, something the company is eager to avoid repeating now that billions of dollars are on the line with ESPN. As WrestlePalooza approaches, the real question isn't whether WWE can deliver in the ring, it's whether fans will be able to find the show without confusion. The son of UFC legend Rampage Jackson, Raja Jackson, was arrested on Thursday for his violent attack on Psycho Stu last month, an incident that quickly spiraled out of control. As previously reported, Jackson had originally been scheduled to run in and attack Stu, but tensions between the two flared earlier that night. Instead of sticking to the plan, Jackson stormed the ring and unleashed a brutal assault. He slammed Stu to the mat and then rained down more than 20 punches while Stu was already unconscious. The shocking scene only ended when other wrestlers rushed in to pull him off. According to TMZ, Jackson was taken into custody early Thursday morning and booked on a felony charge. Jail records confirm he remains behind bars for now, though he is eligible for release on a $50,000 bond if it's posted. Do you think Raja Jackson deserves another chance in wrestling after this shocking incident, or has he already crossed a line he can't come back from? Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. Back to WWE, speculation is heating up around WrestlePalooza, with rumors pointing to a possible triple threat match featuring Tiffany, Stratton, Nia Jax, and Jade Cargill. While nothing's been confirmed, fans in Indianapolis may have stumbled upon a major clue. At the official WrestlePalooza store in Indianapolis, a t-shirt surfaced promoting a WWE Women's Championship title triple threat featuring Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, and Nia Jax. The unexpected reveal quickly sparked speculation that WWE might be holding back a major surprise for the premium live event. Reports from WrestleVotes indicate that the triple threat is indeed in WWE's plans, but the match hinges entirely on Tiffany Stratton's health. Earlier this week on NXT Homecoming, General Manager Ava revealed that Stratton had not been medically cleared following her recent loss to Jade Cargill on Smackdown. As a result, Stratton has been sidelined from competition and hasn't wrestled since. During the match on SmackDown, Stratton attempted a top rope moonsault but missed her target entirely, crashing to the floor and hitting her head. She managed to finish the contest, which concluded with Jade spearing her onto the barricade before Nia Jax stormed the ring to attack both women. On Wrestling Observer Live, Brian Alvarez provided an update on Stratton's condition. He reported that while Stratton is doing okay, WWE had pulled her from Tuesday's show as a precaution, with concussion protocol in place following the scary fall. WWE is expected to provide a medical update on Friday Night SmackDown, which should determine whether the triple threat will officially make the card. For now, the t-shirt feels more like a teaser than a confirmation. If Stratton is cleared, WrestlePalooza could deliver a blockbuster showdown for the Women's Championship. If not, WWE will be forced to either rework the title picture or wait until Stratton is ready to return. Joe Hendry has been making waves every time he steps into a WWE ring, and now his future with the company looks closer than ever. According to The Takedown, multiple sources within both WWE and TNA have confirmed that Hendry is slowly being phased out of TNA programming while appearing more frequently on WWE television. The belief among both companies is that he will be WWE bound on a full-time basis by early 2026. That hasn't stopped speculation online, with some fans convinced Hendry has already signed a WWE deal. TNA President Carlos Silva addressed those rumors directly, clarifying to The Takedown that Hendry remains under contract with TNA for now. He explained that his appearances are being carefully coordinated through the ongoing NXT-TNA partnership. That clarity from Silva paints a picture of where things stand, but Hendry's recent booking patterns speak even louder. The numbers tell a story. Over his last 8 matches, including dark matches and house shows, only one was for TNA, a September 4th bout against Travis Williams. In contrast, he has already wrestled The Miz on WWE's main roster house shows during their United Kingdom tour. While Hendry may still pop up in TNA from time to time, his presence on NXT is expected to become far more regular as this transition unfolds. With early 2026 being viewed as the target for his full-time jump, it feels like only a matter of time before the familiar "I believe in Joe Hendry" chant becomes a weekly fixture on WWE television. Are you ready to see Joe Hendry officially make the leap to WWE full-time? And once he does, should WWE showcase him on NXT first or slot him straight onto the main roster? Share your thoughts below. AEW fans are gearing up to see Adam Copeland and Christian Cage team up at All Out, and fans have been wondering whether or not they'll just deliver the hits. However, Copeland has revealed that this reunion is anything but a greatest hits tour. When speaking with The Score, Copeland revealed that their teaming is built on where they are today and not where they've been in the past. He revealed that their partnership is something fresh, with the two men taking a can-they-get-along approach to things. He believes they're also throwing in shades of Statler and Waldorf from the Muppets as they aim to be unpredictable, and he thinks Cage's heel persona is key to making that happen. Copeland didn't want Cage to lose the heel edge that he's built up, as he believes that the story only works if Christian remains difficult while Copeland plays the foil. He believes that the results of their current gimmicks make the team feel fresh and exciting, which is an evolution of their characters rather than just them reverting to what they've done before. The evolution of their characters has led to some heated moments, as Dax Harwood found out when Cage slapped him across the face with a microphone at September to Remember, breaking his nose in the process. The injury did raise concerns that their tag team match at All Out would be cancelled, but Harwood has confirmed that isn't the case. I had an x-ray today. To the shock of no one, I have a severely broken nose. Unfortunately for Christian and Copeland, I'll still be there. No way I'm missing out on this match. I'm going to embarrass you. FTR will compete against Christian and Copeland this weekend with the blockbuster tag team match slated to open All Out, a match that Tony Khan has promised will set the tone. There's certainly plenty of heat between them for fans to be invested in, and with a broken nose thrown in, the intensity has only reached a new level. Do you think Dax Harwood's broken nose will slow him down at All Out, or will it push him to fight even harder against Christian and Copeland? Share your thoughts in the comments. AEW has a loaded roster right now, but Kiera Hogan appears to no longer be a part of it, as she's been quietly removed from the roster page online, signaling that she's departed the company. This wouldn't be a huge surprise given that she hasn't been on either AEW or ROH programming since April 2024, which has led to questions from fans for a long time. This roster page change appears to confirm what people already suspected. According to Fightful Select, her exit was expected, with one person pointing to her contract expiring as the reason behind it. There's been no backstage drama here, and the company even wished her a happy birthday publicly just 2 days before the update. Hogan joined AEW in 2021 after ending her run in TNA, and she quickly became a regular feature. In 2022, she became a member of the Baddies by aligning with Jade Cargill, and she played a key role in helping her achieve an unbeaten record. She eventually broke away from the group to kickstart a singles run, but her focus has shifted to outside the ring in the past year, as she was a part of Joseline's Cabaret on the Zeus network. Unfortunately, she suffered a shoulder injury while filming that show, and when combined with other commitments, it limited her wrestling activity, and she has only had one match all year. Do you think AEW should have made a formal announcement about Hogan's departure? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Seth Rollins may be on top of the wrestling world right now, but he's already looking toward the future, and unfortunately that might not be inside the ring. While he's not slowing down, Rollins has admitted that he's closer toward the end of his career as he's setting himself up for the next chapter of his life. He appeared on the SI Media podcast where he made it clear that the clock is ticking on his in-ring future, and he's now balancing his WWE career with his new media role on Good Morning Football. I'm not at the end of my career. I feel like I'm just in my prime right now. But I'm certainly closer to the end than the beginning, and so it's nice to be able to dip my toe into some other waters and see where it ends up. The opportunity that he's had outside of WWE isn't something that every talent gets to explore, and it's something that the company would have never allowed in the past, but that's something he's very grateful for. Kudos to WWE for allowing me to take this on as well. Rollins still has plenty in the tank right now, which is clear on his performances as of late. However, it's obvious he's thinking smartly about his future and trying to make the most of his opportunities with his ESPN affiliation and crossover media work, helping him make the most of his time in the spotlight. Whether he's stomping opponents or analyzing football, Seth Rollins proves he's a man of many talents, but how much longer will he keep burning it down inside the squared circle? Rey Mysterio's road back from injury is nearing its end, and WWE is already lining up major plans for the legendary luchador. The former world champion was forced to miss WrestleMania 41 after a series of setbacks and surgery, but his recovery is progressing well. According to WrestleVotes Radio, WWE intends to position Mysterio in a central role for its newly launched partnership with AAA once he's fully cleared to compete. The timing couldn't be more fitting, as the Hall of Famer remains one of the most influential figures to bridge the Lucha Libre and WWE audiences. In addition, sources indicate that WWE is exploring the possibility of running at least one more AAA streaming event before the year closes. Current speculation points to Survivor Series weekend in San Diego, a city synonymous with Mysterio's legacy and a natural stage for his return. What's your opinion on Rey Mysterio taking a leading role in WWE's partnership with AAA? Sound off in the comments. Ludwig Kaiser has been portraying the masked character El Grande Americano since June, stepping into the role after Chad Gable went down with an injury. Ludwig Kaiser has been portraying the masked character El Grande Americano since June, stepping into the role after Chad Gable went down with an injury. The character has gained momentum in recent weeks, and WWE now appears to be taking it a step further with major business plans surrounding the gimmick. According to WrestleVotes Radio, WWE has been in discussions with a well-known food and beverage company about a promotional sponsorship and dual branding deal tied directly to El Grande Americano. While the negotiations are ongoing, there's no confirmation yet on whether the agreement will be finalized or when it might be announced. If completed, the partnership would not only give El Grande Americano a significant spotlight, but also establish him as one of WWE's more marketable characters, aligning his on-screen role with broader commercial opportunities. WWE's interest in pursuing this deal highlights the confidence the company has in the character's long-term potential. For now, fans will need to wait and see if the sponsorship comes to fruition, but the move could be a major turning point in elevating El Grande Americano into one of WWE's most visible and profitable acts. Brandon Tate of The Boys has taken aim at Tony Khan, accusing the AEW president of sabotage after the Outrunners were pulled from an upcoming indie event. In a now-deleted Facebook post, Tate explained that he and his brother Brent were scheduled to face the Outrunners at ECC Wrestling on September 28th. According to Tate, AEW stepped in and removed the Outrunners from the card. He suggested this decision may be tied to the ongoing lawsuit filed in 2024 by himself, Brent, and former AEW commentator Kevin Kelly against the company. Tate expressed that he and his brother have spent nearly 2 years working to rebuild their lives after leaving AEW/ROH. He accused Khan of damaging Ring of Honor and holding back independent wrestlers while still labeling them as independent contractors. Tate added that the fallout impacts not just him and Brent, but also the promotions, talent, and fans who support indie wrestling. He also issued an apology to both the fans and ECC Wrestling for the sudden change, while voicing hope that AEW's current practices will eventually come back to haunt the promotion. The original lawsuit remains ongoing with allegations of breach of contract, defamation, and more. Kevin Kelly has claimed that fellow commentator Ian Riccaboni forcibly branded him as a QAnon supporter online, something Kelly says led directly to his AEW exit. The Tate brothers meanwhile alleged that they were publicly defamed by Tony Khan during a press conference following their departure. The canceled ECC wrestling bout has only fueled wider concerns about AEW's influence over the independent scene. Even when AEW talent is booked elsewhere, the company retains the power to intervene and alter plans. For Brandon and Brent Tate, who are still fighting to restart their careers, the situation underscores just how difficult their road forward has become. Do you believe AEW went too far by allegedly pulling the Outrunners from the ECC wrestling card? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. A major title match is set for WrestlePalooza that will see Cody Rhodes defend his WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre in what promises to be a hard-hitting singles encounter. This will be the first major test from Rhodes' second title run, and he spoke to First Take about the difference between this and his first spell with the gold. Rhodes revealed that his second reign as WWE Champion is something that he's focused on enjoying more than anything else, as it's easier to get caught up in the action and big moments at the moment. When reflecting on his first title run, Rhodes admitted that there was immense pressure and he felt the need to lead WWE and be the quarterback of the company, whereas this time he's trying to have fun and enjoy the journey. While Rhodes is currently focused on his own individual career, the American Nightmare does have one eye on the future and who might end up replacing Triple H one day to run the entire company. When speaking to ESPN, he admitted that there's some competition for that role right now among wrestlers on the current roster, although he made it clear that he's interested in taking up the role down the line. Rhodes admitted that he's got some experience due to his time as an EVP in AEW, but he also pointed out that CM Punk is very good at helping younger wrestlers, while he praised Seth Rollins' chances at doing the job, even though he thinks Rollins would be tough at it. Rhodes also thinks that people like Bayley and Roman Reigns will always have a voice in the company, and he believes that WWE having an older roster is positive due to the strong leaders it provides. Either way, Rhodes praised Triple H for his current job and revealed that he's glad he's in charge for a while moving forward due to the difficulty of the job. It's an interesting look at the future of WWE, and the fact that there are so many experienced stars pushing forward with eyes for bigger things is a positive for the company. The following news comes with a spoiler warning, so please skip ahead if you don't want to know. TNA's relationship with WWE is one that is going from strength to strength at the moment, and that has continued recently. This week's episode of TNA Impact saw a major surprise unfold when Holland showed up and blindsided Mike Santana after he defeated AJZ. Santana had originally called out the TNA champion Trick Williams as he wanted revenge after being attacked the week before, and he promised that his shot at Bound for Glory would end up being personal. But that's when Holland appeared, delivering a violent beatdown on the TNA star with headbutts and strikes until the Englishman dropped Santana with an elevated DDT. Holland is the latest wrestler to step into the world of TNA, which will be another big opportunity for him, and it remains to be seen what the storyline plans for him will be moving forward. Elsewhere, TNA's upcoming Victory Road event is proving to be an important one for the company, and a brand new match has now been announced during the September 18th episode of Impact. Steve Maclin is set to defend his TNA International Championship against Frankie Kazarian as their rivalry continues as Maclin aims to keep a hold of his gold, while Kazarian will be aiming to prove he can still perform against this generation of talent. It's another great match to add to what is already an impressive match card, with TNA continuing to go from strength to strength at the moment. WWE is also set to switch things up for Thanksgiving week this year, and it's good news for wrestlers and the crew, as WrestleVotes Radio has reported that the company is set to give its talent the day off on Black Friday. WWE will tape the November 29th episode of Smackdown in advance, which means a dual taping at the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado will take place on Friday, November 22nd. A live episode will be taped that night, and then WWE will pre-tape the Black Friday episode, allowing talent to spend the Thanksgiving weekend at home. This is a big contrast from what WWE has done in the past, which has often led to fans being frustrated with the company for booking shows during major holidays. Fans will recall how WWE once ran Raw live on Christmas night in 2017, which may have garnered criticism, but it still sold out. We're ending with Wade Barrett, who has been off WWE TV for personal reasons, but is now confirmed for WrestlePalooza. PW Insider reports he's internally listed for the event after several weeks away.